Welcome back to the Brand Personalization Video Marketing course. This course is for September 16th, 2011. And due to some issues yesterday, we were a little late to record, so this is actually going up on the 17th. So, without further ado, today we're going to finish up the annotations, and if you still have any questions or concerns beyond this point, please leave us a comment and we'll make sure to address them. Hopefully we've covered everything fully, but we do understand that there are some things that we're going over kind of quickly. So if there's anything that you don't understand, if we need to, we can do some supplemental videos for you. Now, as far as course updates, I think you're going to be very happy and very surprised to see what kind of results we're getting so far. So, bringing up the channel. We have busted the 20,000 upload views, which makes me extremely happy. Now, with channel views, we have 1,730. Total upload views, 20,036. And considering, I don't want to say making fun of, but making a point that a lot of people out there are extremely happy when they get their 10 or 15,000. The fact that we've gotten 20,000 just several days after we jumped up from the 5,500 when I recorded the video, I think that shows what's actually possible. So don't sell yourself short, and when you actually put the time into things, then you can do what others say isn't possible. So if someone says that you can't do it, it all depends on you. Basically, the way you have to look at anything that you're doing online or in life in general is if you believe you can or if you believe you can't. Either way, you're right. So anyway, heading on down, we have 710 subscribers. So I'll go ahead and put the 500 subscribers in the milestones right under the 20,000 upload views. And we now have 1,761 friends, which that too is awesome, especially considering that we're getting a lot more feedback and a lot more comments, and I greatly appreciate everyone that's speaking up in the channel. So what we want to do is we want to head on over and start putting some annotations up. Since we've been working on the video one, what I want to do is go ahead and start on a different video, and I'm going to test out each of the different annotations so that way you can see different functions, the way they work, things like that. And instead of taking the time to stop and explain everything, I think it might work out a little bit better for you if you just watch the actual workflow as it happens. Okay, so we are in day 2. So first things first, we want to add an annotation to link back to the first video. So add annotation, note, and we'll just stick it there so that way it's easy to see. So red text, black background, and you can tell the extra border around it, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so that way it doesn't have an extra blob. Okay, click on link. Okay, I want it to stop whenever the screen changes. So that's going to be right at 35 seconds. I'm going to back this up. Okay, I have a little bit of white space here, so why not ask someone to subscribe? Add annotation, note, and it's always a good idea to keep a common color scheme whenever you're using your annotations. I've seen some people use a rainbow of colors, and this might end up confusing people because someone might not know if it's part of the content or if it's actually a link or whatever. So if you use the same color scheme every time, or at least have it narrowed down, then whenever someone sees those colors come up on the screen, then they know that it's something actionable. Okay, so we have the subscribe for updates. Okay, And the last thing I want is for someone to go to the next video. But let's go ahead and add, just a channel link. Since I make a point of letting people know that if they have questions, they can ask those at the main brand personalization channel, then this is a perfect opportunity to put a link to that here. Okay, I like to try to make sure that everything appears and disappears with the different screen changes, so that way it looks like it's more like it's part of the production. Okay, this is just showing how you can put in a quick speech bubble. So just show you how it comes up. Nothing fabulous, but the reason that I'm showing the speech bubbles because you can also add a link to those as well. But since I don't actually know that woman, I'll get rid of that. Okay, now when you're placing, it doesn't matter where you are in the video, you can always drag it wherever you need to. Now I already know that I want this one to end out the video, so basically all I need to do is find out where I want it to begin. Okay, I'm going to let it set so that way it's going to be there for the final minute of the video. So now just drag the beginning to the red bar, and then that way I know it's going to begin there. Now there's other different types of annotations that you can play with, but these are the main ones that you want to make sure to include, because these are going to allow other people to find you and click through to your other videos. So this is going to help increase your brand and also your visibility. Now everything's going to automatically save, so all you need to do at this point is click on publish. But one thing I want to do is make sure to double check and make sure everything is correct. So in this case I haven't put a link yet. And I haven't selected my colors yet. Once everything's saved, click publish, and now everything's live. If you want to see how this video turned out, you're more than welcome to go back to day 2 and you can see everything live. So there you have it. Hopefully that's going to go ahead and finish up the annotations. And as I said, if you have any issues or if there's anything that you still need me to cover, I'm more than happy to shoot some additional videos. It's just I don't want to stay on one subject for very long, just because I don't want anyone getting bored or anything. And once you start getting the feel for things, it's going to be a lot easier to truly understand what's going on. You can only watch someone to an extent, and then you're really not going to fully understand until you have a grasp on it by trying different things. And don't be afraid of messing it up, because there's really no damage that you can do. You might need to fix a few mistakes, but what I would recommend is, if you had an account that no one ever visited and you just so happen to upload a few videos just to play around with, then by the time you get to your real channel, then you already know what you're doing. You're already an expert. Too many times people get caught up because they'll go ahead and put up a channel, but they're not sure what to do, and they're afraid to try out anything because they know that people are watching, or they've already been promoting that channel and they don't want to make any mistakes in the public view. So the first thing I'll say is, if you make mistakes, own up to it. But if you don't want someone to see you make a novice mistake, then it's best to do that on a secondary channel that you're able to play. And if you do make a mistake, or if you don't get it quite right, then it's not going to matter as much as far as personal or public image. But the more that you play around with it, the more that you experiment and try new things, then you're going to be more comfortable. And the more competent you become, the more confident you become. And once you gain that confidence, there's nothing that can stop you. So on that note, the next lesson is going to cover the philosophy of video marketing. And regardless what your level of understanding, this is going to be a very important video that you're going to need to watch. It's not going to be the traditional, how-to video talking about, this is the mechanics of this, or this is the way this is done. It's the actual mindset that you need to have if you are going to be putting out videos for the public, or if you are trying to use these methods to gain traffic to your website or build a list or whatever you're trying to do with them. So until next video, this is Dustin with Brand Personalization. See you next time.